Hey everybody, welcome back guys, and we are back in Farm Sim 17. So we're going to do a little bit of baling today, get all these bales loaded on this trailer, because I want to test out the new mechanics with the straps here, but my bales don't seem to be as perfect as I would like them to be, but that is fine, that's okay. But on another note, we're actually this is probably gonna be the last video on this map. We're actually going to be moving on to another map. I found a map that I really want to do, and it's basically this map but kind of modded a little bit, and it's called Norge Valley Map. The only difference is most of the animals are kind of brought to the center over here, which is kind of stuff that I like to do with modded maps, is have the animals closer to the main farm. We'll see how that goes later on with FPS, but I like the idea of it, and of course some of the other fields that have had the animals on them, they converted it over to workable fields and whatnot. So, and also it's going to be using a chop straw mod, and I think there's another required mod for it which adds some sort of storage shed, and we'll go over that once we start up that map. So I do love this map. It's just I came across this map, and I really like doing modded maps, and I just haven't come across any modded maps yet that are out there that I really kind of want to jump into. So kind of like when I started FS15 series, I did the West Bridge remix, which was basically a redesign of West Bridge with the same idea of having the animals around the main farm, which I really like. It makes me, when I'm at the main farm, a little bit things a little bit more enjoyable, stuff to look at, see my animals walking around. Usually I think the reasons why Giants doesn't really do that with their maps is because it's not FPS friendly, so I can understand how all the animals being around the main farm can have a little toll on FPS, but I noticed FS17 seems to run pretty good as far as a lot of things go with it. One thing to note, when you hit the F key, yes, you notice there's no more of that stupid lag to start up those lights. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it took them that long to fix that, but the lighting looks really nice now. There is a light add-on on Giant's website. Can you guys let me know what that is? I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I really don't know what that is, and I haven't had time to test it out. If any of you guys use it, can you let me know what does it exactly do? Does it like make the lighting better here, or what does it do? So I do appreciate it if you guys can let me know what that does. So I'm gonna grab some of these bales. I haven't really been working on this map. Just getting mods, testing a few of them, and actually just coming in my test world. I finally made a test world with this map, and I do that with all farm sims, and just test things out, just play around, have fun. It's kind of like a sandbox mode for me. I have unlimited money, and basically what I do in there is just mess around with some of the equipment, some of the learn some of the new mechanics, because there's quite some changes in this game since the last farm sim. And that way, so I can get all the kinks out when it's time for me to record for you guys and learn some stuff, because there seems to be a lot of different things right now. Let's actually have these straps on. So I assume these kind of lock these in. Not quite perfect. So I'm probably gonna most likely, since we're not gonna be staying on this map, probably sell them. But I'll be starting that map up shortly for you guys. And just give it time, there'll be some more modded maps out there. The game's only been out for a little over a month, and it takes time to make these maps. And I'm actually looking forward to new stuff. Some new maps out there. But I really love this this map here. I always forget the name of this. This is Geforce, isn't it? I'm sure somebody's gonna yell at me. Yes, I love this map here. That's why going to Norge Valley is going to be a treat. And I believe that's on Modhoster, and Modder's been updating it pretty frequently, so hopefully it's pretty nice. And that's the one thing, I can understand why the animals, I kind of like the idea of the animals being near me, and I understand why they have the animals on the other side of the map, not just for FPS friendly. It kind of makes sense where you can spread yourself out a little bit, where you're not just centrally located. You can make like multiple farms, because I can imagine you can get tired of this area and be like, oh, I just want to go somewhere else. Because thinking about it now, the downside is having all the farms, the main animals in one location means when you come out here and stuff, it's going to be kind of lonely a little bit. It's like you can't visit these animals over here. So, I'm actually kind of talking myself out of it. But I believe this field we're at right now in Norge Valley is the cow fields. And they redesigned this whole area. It looks really nice. So we'll take a look at it. I don't think I'm going to do a showcase on it because it's virtually this map just edited a little bit. But you'll get to see most of it, well, probably in the first episode, because most of the changes are basically right in this area here. And what I'll end up doing, I'll play a little bit in there. We'll probably won't jump you in right away, because you guys already seen what we did here. And I'll try to get my money situation just about what we have here, and the equipment just about what we have here. So it's a good thing starting to start this map early on, because we haven't invested too much into this one here, which isn't too much of a problem. Anyways, starting over for YouTube purposes, because honestly, we're just watching us doing some farming stuff and have fun. So all that progression stuff is usually left for single player stuff and our own personal adventures in this game. So I haven't been doing too much modding. I do get some, but I'm very disappointed now with some of the older sites that I used to go to, especially Marhu site. I do love some of his mods, and he's got the milk cell trigger, which, if you guys haven't heard of this, it basically allows me to sell the milk and not have it at midnight to automatically sell. So what happens is you put this stop milk cell thing wherever anywhere on the map, there are two separate mods, but you need to do this one here. And what you do once you buy it, you can just place it anywhere on the map, and it'll basically tell that map to not sell the milk. And then from there, you got to place these trigger points. There's two. There's a trigger point to fill, which you're probably going to put, you can basically put them anywhere, but to be realistic, you want to put them by the cows, right next to the cows. And then the sell trigger, to be realistic, just put it somewhere in town or some other sell point by town that has, you know, whatever, and then you can just deliver your milk that way. And you actually, yeah, with that in mind, you need 1, 2, and then you need a third mod. You're going to need the universal tanks, which these guys can pretty much hold everything, water and anything liquid in the game. So that's why I go to the Marhu site for that, and links down below in the description of his sites. I've been using him for a while, but a lot of his mods or his people on there, they use that upload.net, and I honestly disagree with that. I can understand why they do it. The modders are doing it to you know, they're working hard on these mods and they don't really get paid, so they want people to use upload.net, and they get paid from that. And it used to be upload.net would work even if you had your adware blockers on your browsers on your computer, but I guess the new thing is it'll detect it and it won't let you continue on to download the file. So what it'll tell you to do is disable your adware blocks on your browsers, which I don't like, because one, I can understand why they're doing that, so they can try to get paid, but I don't think they really know what's going on the other end there, because as a user and a person that downloads these mods, when I take my adware block off, which it's there for a reason, I start getting all these pop-ups and stuff, and then sometimes you'll get like malware and adware stuff, and it gets on your computer and messes up your computer. So I really don't like them using upload. Now, before, you could get on there and then just download one mod like every 4 hours or a couple hours. That was the penalty for using it, unless you had some sort of membership you paid, like so much a month. But now it doesn't work like that, and I really don't like what they're doing. And I don't think the modders are aware of the changes that Upload has done with that, not allowing you to have your ad blockers on there. And having ad blockers on there is for our protection. It's not there just to block the ads and so people on YouTube don't see ads. They're there if you're just browsing, if you're not on YouTube, so you don't get ads, because some of those ads are very dangerous. These aren't the YouTube ads like commercials we have in the game here. Let me actually get that bill. These are different ads. These are just really bad spam junk. So I'm really not happy. So I'm most likely not going to get any mods off of there anymore. So my mod list is probably going to not be as such of a massive scale as it was in 15, which is a good thing. But that's fine, because FarmSim kind of stepped up, and they have the this is a mess here, guys. This is the thing about round bells. Yeah, FarmSim stepped up, and they have the mod hub thing, which they had before, but they're kind of up in their game with that now and having more mods on there. So I'll be using, well, obviously I have most of the official stuff, so I'll be using all their mods. And I'll be trying to get my stuff off Modhoster. And the thing on Marhu's site is he really restricts, they really restrict of having their mods placed elsewhere, so you really can't get them off other sites. So it's only there. So yeah, this guy's. So I'm probably gonna stick with the official stuff. FS-UK has a couple of new stuff. They're keeping up. Not as good as they could be, but they're keeping up better than they did in 15 with mods. Oh no! Hey. Oi. So I'll be getting some off Modhosters. Not a lot, because a lot of theirs can be junk too. And they use upload.net too, but a lot of the good modders, they put them up with others download sites because they know the gist with upload.net. And the thing is, I don't think American players would, or American modders would even use upload.net. I don't think they even like that idea. Just seems to be the European guys, I guess. But I understand they put all this time in there and they want some money, but honestly, there's another way besides upload.net to make some money if you're a modder. Have like a Patreon thing or have donations. Man, this is painful bailing here. Let's see what these straps are. I really like this idea of the straps. Wow, that's not even on there. Oh, that's oh my goodness. You kind of almost have to know where those straps are just to put down. Well, I guess they're okay. I don't know how these work. Let's go. We got a couple more. Yeah, we got 3 more. Let's go ahead and finish these off. And yeah, I found a few mods that, even though they're pretty nice, no log issues, some converts have had problems with the game so far, so I'm not even going to go with people converting the mods over. I'm just going to wait for the official stuff to come out, like from the official modders, from the real modders, when they roll them out, because they'll go in there and refix the models, redo the script files and stuff, which that needs to be done. I know there's easy convert with FF17, but sometimes it's not that easy with mods. Sometimes you need to take that extra step, and that's fine. So it's no big deal to me anyways. There's so many good equipment already in the stock game. It's just pretty amazing, and there's a lot of official mods off the Giants website, so there's plenty of stuff out there. But like I said, I like the sell my own milk, so that's why I like that mod off Marhu's site. So as far as equipment and tractors, I'm pretty satisfied with what I got in game. I do want to get some class stuff, so I have to wait for some good class stuff to really get officially released. And I had some class tractors by CZ Modding, and he does some really good tractor stuff. So I'm sure once he gets his stuff, I'll be grabbing his equipment. And he does fence. which I don't think I'm going to need because we already got some fence in here. I think the only other fence I need is that big 1050, I believe it is. That new one. But yeah, everything in here I'm happy with. And I think that's what Giants wanted. And it's a good idea because, like I said, the modding out there was so bad that you don't know what you're getting. It could get some dirty files along with it, some spyware and all kinds of junk, some broken stuff that'll break the game. So I think Giants was aware of that too, and they wanted to make a place where people can come along and just download some mods and not worry about stuff. And they seem to be rolling out some mods almost every day or every couple of days off the mod hub on the Giants website, betas and whatnot. I do notice betas on there sometimes excuse me, sometimes they'll disappear. I think they remove them probably for quality reasons, or maybe somebody stole the mod they weren't supposed to have or whatever. So let's see if we can sell this. Now, cool thing is, Giants on their website, they got one of my favorite mods on the beta section is the trailer assist. So I should be able to back this sucker up here. I do recommend to get that, guys. It's really good for these like wagon type trailers. And I'll show you here in a second here. And I believe this is storage here, right? Yeah, that's the barn, so that's storage, I assume. Or actually it could be a sell point, I really don't know. So with these straps, these things stay on here. That's pretty cool. I don't see them wobbling or anything. It's almost like a lock script. So let's check it out here. I have a feeling this is going to be a sell point. Yeah. Oh, that is awesome. I can just drive on through. Whoa, what convenience that is. That is, I think that's a lot better than it was with the old ways where you had to back up. So in these straps, actually I can do that from the tractor, right? I think I can. I just don't remember the keys for it. Yeah, there it goes. So R takes them off. We don't need them on. Those are cool. I like that a lot. So I got a trailer assist. You can see there it brings up left control T. Now without it on, it's pretty difficult to back these guys up. I mean, you could sit there and micromanage them. I know some people, when I used to play in way back in FS13, could do this really well. And you can kind of, if you sit there and go really slow, and you can kind of back it up. But if you start going a little bit fast, it starts to, you know, go in like that, something like that. But some people don't have patience for that. So if you turn left control T, it basically turns it on. And now when I back it up, there's actually some other keys too. So control T. Oh, there's F11 and F12 actually cycles through the different. If you look on top there by the compass, it's going by degrees, I think. If you cycle through, I think F11 cycles through it, and I think F12 brings it up. I think, I don't remember. I know F11, F12 do something, but yeah, you can select. The other option is actually not degrees on the compass, but degrees from your tractor, so it'll be angled from that. So it really doesn't matter. You can just still back up, and it backs up pretty well, and it'll automatically turn off once you go forwards, and then once you start going back, it'll keep it straight to that compass bearing. Basically you have it on, and then you can adjust it. The other option works better than this one, the compass bearing. The other option, where it's just angle off of your tractor or trailer, it works really good, and then you can really correct yourself when you're backing up, going left and right, which is really nice. See, it wants to go 2 degrees back. But yeah, if you guys use it, just play with it. The F11, 12, I think, mess around with it. I swore the F12 brings it up, but I can't show you that right now, guys, because that's what I use to record. But yeah, and toggle it off is left control T. Oh, there it goes, to angle. Oh, we can actually cycle it through there. So it must be the F12 does the same thing while it's on. So there it goes, it's angle of your tool, basically. So even if you mess it up like this, I think you can kind of fix it. Just gotta straighten it out and then back up. But it works pretty good. Really good. And it's really good when you have a bunch of smaller tippers like this guy here, which are the wagon types. And you need to hook up maybe 2 or 3 of them. And these are, you guys know, these are a pain in the butt to back up. And I'm sure there's probably like 2 or 3 of you guys out there that are experts at it, but I am not. And I'm sure majority of you people aren't either. So this trailer assist really helps out a lot. It's one of my favorite mods. And then let's turn it off, left control T. Now if you have problems with the keybinds of left control T, you can always go and open the zip file, go in there in the mod XML, and you can always change the keybinds. I did that in 15, I had a different key. So yeah, that worked pretty well. My goodness, I'm very impressed with this game. Wow, I can just roll through there and just sell some stuff. It's really awesome. So yeah. So guys, just remember the way this looks. I'm sure you guys play this layout here. Just remember what it looks like, because in the next video we're going to have, it's going to look very similar but very different. And I'm sure most of you play on this map, so like I said, it's going to be a little bit different when we come back. So yeah, with that said, guys, we're actually going to end this episode here. So yeah, if you guys liked the episode, definitely hit the like button. It definitely helps me out here. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, definitely subscribe. Go on and try to keep up some of these farm sim videos. So you guys take care out there, and we'll definitely see you next time. And alright, take care out there, guys. Bye bye.